Hi guys, welcome back to another segment. Today is the D-Day. I'm talking about Chelsea, or let me say Fluminense versus Chelsea, or Chelsea versus Fluminense. This game will be played by 8 p.m. according to my local time over here in Nigeria. 8 p.m. This will not be midnight game. So we not go, they are awake, they do night vigil for them.
No man.
Unlike the Palmaris game where some of us do night vigil for them. This one we not go do night vigil. And now normal Champions League timing that, you understand? Yeah. But looking at the game, what are we looking at? In terms of players that will come out for a team like Fluminense and the kind of tactics we are expecting Maresca to pull out against Fluminense.
Number 1, physical players. Number 2, skillful players. Number 3, creative players. Okay. Number 4, defensive players. And number 5, a bit aggressive or offensive players.
No be to mention the position. Give us those players.
Now,
and what they expect from them.
Okay, let me start from my goalkeeper. I'll go with Sanchez. Robert Sanchez.
Jogging say, man, don't look you.
Robert Sanchez all the way. Then, my CBs. I'll go with Chalobah as my LCB and Tosin as my RCB. Then for my left back...
You know that Tosin and Chalobah are all right. They are right CB.
Yeah.
Yes.
The both of them are right CB.
Yes.
But at this point, we need them.
We need the both of them.
Make
Anyhow,
one of them sacrifice.
To do the extra.
But I won't buy into the idea of Chalobah playing the role of Kobe. You know, Kobe sometimes is our last line of defense. Sometimes he becomes our last line of defense. But
Tosin will be there to cover up.
Yes, so I prefer Tosin to be that last man.
Tosin will be there. Maresca knows how he does his stuff. Then I'll prefer we go with James right back, Marco Corella left back. Going to the midfield, I will fully suggest you play me Caicedo and Andre Santos. I don't know how you want to make this happen.
Deep.
Caicedo and Andre Santos. Then forward, I'll prefer you play me Enzo Fernandez, you play me Palma, and you play me Neto. Then, my issue, where I will have to talk a bit, will be my striker.
Okay.
Now, Jackson is back, Delap is off, and João Pedro is there. Now, who is my preferred striker between Jackson and João Pedro? Yes, João Pedro is new. He's really conversant with the system, the Chelsea playing system, as a new player to begin a semi-final game for the team. Meanwhile, we have a player like Jackson who has also come out in the social media and said that, yes, he accepts all the insults and all the abuses, but he's not willing to leave Chelsea. He wants to stay. He wants to prove a point. Now, looking at these two players, the reason why I'll be picking João Pedro ahead of Jackson is this. Now, João Pedro started his football career in Fluminense. When he started his football career in the Fluminense junior team, where he then advanced to the big team before he went to Watford at his age of 19. Then he advanced to Brighton, and then he came to Chelsea, where he is now. Now, João Pedro has that flair. When I'm talking about the skills, he has the skills to help us penetrate the defense. Even though he does not really give us the goal, but there's something he can create that can lead to a goal, which we saw it even against Palmeiras. Yes, I'm not saying that Jackson cannot do that. Jackson can also do a very good job there, but I'll prefer Jackson comes from the second half, depending on the performance of João Pedro. But in this game, I feel we should count more on João Pedro to be the leader of the front line.
Okay.
Now, this team we are playing against is a highly defensive team. A team, like check it on Google there, 84% defensive solid. It means that their defense strong well before they get 84% in terms of defense. Now, we need this player that has that skill. We watched him against Palmeiras. Those small chukuli where they give. Just introduce them for there for us. Introduce them. Then you just drop the ball, give your left winger or your right winger or anybody we don't open where. Even though Enzo where they free. Anybody at all. To me, I will go with João Pedro. in the front line. And I know people might question my idea of playing Caicedo and Andre Santos. Yes, I know people will question my idea. Why? Lavia is good. We call him the detector. Yes, but I'm putting Santos there because I believe, it's not even how I believe, it is very certain. It is just certain there that in terms of defensive consciousness, we'll give it more to Andre Santos. I don't know what people might say, but for me, I believe that in terms of defensive consciousness, I'll give it more to Andre Santos. Yes, people will say, yes, we have Caicedo. What do you want to defend more? We need a player to create, to do the things. Yes. We also need to detect that ability of Santos in terms of creating. And I believe he did a great job for us in our last game. He can also do it. He was alone. He was the one holding the DM there.
What if with that Rhys James posted day before yesterday? Yeah. That's on Sunday on Instagram saying his feet and his back. You understand?
Yeah.
And that shows that he's ready. What if Maresca decides to field Rhys James?
Play him in the midfield. How? Why?
Decide to field Rhys James in the midfield.
How? Why? What's his reasons? Like,
does decide to play Gusto at the right back?
Does even him? I'll ask him a question. Does this sound normal? Does it like how do you make yourself look? Whereby you've already tested. At least, yes, we say those boys will never test and they never play, but at least God does one. See, I tell you, that game against Palmeiras now, God. See, if God won't make person shine, God will just make something just happen. We didn't do Rhys James. Nobody Rhys James didn't fit before the Palmeiras game. But all of a sudden, you just say, for just come on, warm up. Small injury don't come. When God wants, make you shine. When God wants, make you king. That's when they used to do insane. So now you have seen the abilities of Andre Santos. You will still have that audacity and tenacity to play Rhys James in the midfield ahead of Santos. It does not sound nice now. Enzo Maresca, I love you, but it does not sound nice. It makes you portray the club to be which word would I even use? Like, I don't want to use the wrong word.
Don't worry, just stick to your own.
Yes.
To your own plan.
But that's my take on my player choice and the rest.
My tactical approach to that game. Gift has already mentioned players, so I won't go back mentioning players just to modify some certain things he said. I think one of the best way we play those Fluminense, because one thing I understand about them is that they would like to use counter attacks. They would like to use through balls. They like to the stone pass.
Yeah.
Because if the normal pass where they for ground, we get players who go intercept them. But if it's the through balls, except our centre backs come out to intercept the ball, those through balls can go through our midfield because we don't have, tall midfielders. So I'll suggest Maresca to play a level of disciplined high line. For them use the word semi-high line. Keep these guys offside. Keep them on an offside trap all the time. And get your centre backs involved. And I believe that our centre backs, they can do a very great job in creating. We don't talk about the creativity of our centre backs. Do you see how they pass the ball? How their pass breaks lines, goes through the midfield, straight to the striker. Tosin does that. Chalobah is doing that. Kobe is doing that. So I believe that approach can also help Chelsea in that game. Then speaking of starting Andre Santos over Lavia, honestly speaking, to me, I'll still start Lavia. I'll start Lavia ahead of Santos, yeah.
I don't think Lavia will be in this game.
If he is fit.
I don't think he's fit. He has not been training.
Okay. In that case, guys.
That training section watched it. I think that's something like Lavia.
No, that was the previous training.
In that case, okay, Santos is a good fit because at the end of the day, like you Gift said, he's defensive awareness. And fine, yes, he's doing very well defensively. And Caicedo is also there defensively. Don't stiff the midfield with two defensive midfielders. Unless you want to bring out the creativity in one. Lavia is not too defensive the way we see him to be. Lavia is just one player that dictates play, that calms the tempo of play. Have you watched Gravenberch? Gravenberch of Liverpool. That's the way I just see Lavia. He might not throw tackles. He might not be making much interceptions, but he dictates the play. He calms the tempo of the game. He moves the ball. You understand? So I don't know how it works. You've seen Santos and Caicedo, unless Santos unlocks a creative aspect of his game in that match. So I would like to see how it works. Since you said Lavia is not fit, let's play Caicedo and Santos. Then for the rest of the attack, I'm okay with what Gift said. So I believe with these players, we can be able to beat Fluminense, get to the finals.
Wow. Well, you guys have taken the words out of my mouth already. But left for me, I will not bring up Santos. I will stick to our regular. I want a bit of flexibility, knowing fully well that according to Gift, he said they are 80% defensively wise. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So Mudryk is not out of the team yet. He's still part of us.
Yeah.
You understand? So for me, I will stand with the Enzo, Caicedo, and Palmer thing. Those triangular things, you understand?
Let's skip.
Then you can still come back to.
Yeah.
Then we should navigate with this guy. What's his name? Pedro Neto and
Mudryk.
Now this is where my issue is coming in. Now, this is one of my issues. Yes, it will be as if I'm having a problem now with Mr. Peter.
No. It's not. Wait. It's not about. It's not where your issues. See, our previous game against Palmares, Palmer was the one navigating from the right, the left. It's not that he did very bad though, but coming in the second half, the attacking press slowed down because even the Nkunku that was playing as a 10 self was not even helping matter. You understand?
Yeah.
Because the football was Nkunku and Palmer to be switching, but Palmer maintained the left more than the switching with Nkunku. But the moment Mudryk stepped in, then Palmer dropped back to the 10, and João Pedro stepped in. You see the pressure and the lines these guys are breaking in Fluminense Palmares defense. Do you understand? Palmares, see, they are defensively good. Take it or leave it.
I agree with that.
But I know the angle you want to come, that
Yes.
you are kicking against Mudryk playing from the left.
Not just him playing from the left. I'm kicking against him starting the game.
It's not a bad
Very
choice.
well. I'm kicking against him starting
It's
the game.
not-
Okay.
it's not-
We have
it's
seen
not
his
a-
record of starting.
It's not a bad choice.
It's
To
not-
be honest
It's
with
a
you.
very it's
See.
more preferable to bring him from the bench because I think bringing him from the bench.
Okay.
makes him more
If you had to have Palmer, if you had to have Caicedo, Enzo, and Palmer, who will you feed in the left?
Caicedo,
Enzo and Palmer. According to my own formation, why are you going to feed at the
that
left?
is why I'm introducing.
No, he said
the idea of
Caicedo,
Andre
Santos,
That's
Enzo.
what bringing
okay.
Andre Santos to this.
This is my own choice. I will feed Noni Madueke at the left.
Now, why I feel
I'll feed my.
this game one
See,
man
there was this connection. If you watch the previous game, there was this connection between Madueke, João Pedro, and Palmer. I don't know if you saw it.
Apart from the fact that Mudryk came from the bench, I was good to see. Like I said, it's not a bad choice. Mudryk hogging that touchline, sometimes he helps also. He helps us. That left flank, he helps us. Because yes, he might not be good one-on-one to dribble past a defender.
But those crosses,
he can make those crosses. He can
those deep line crosses.
he can push deep to put crosses into the box,
Instead of you giving
which is
him
very
Mudryk,
needed.
Start the game at the left wing based on your triangle of Caicedo, Enzo, and Palmer. Then you give me João Pedro and Jackson at once. Then João Pedro should navigate from the left. Because this guy, we have started this guy in several games. It seems as if anytime we are starting him in a match,
It is
he
not all
misbehaves.
game. You want to go back to all this things now. Wait till they make me the
Guy
get.
no be all this thing.
to get-
Same thing wey be say happen last season. You
See.
play am for 1-2 match. He
Is
do
it-
well. You hail am say na him go be the baba. But the guy still come dey mess up.
Gifts. Is it every game Mudryk has started that he started badly, that he played badly?
He's not consistent. He's not a consistent player. That is my point.
So
That is my point.
who is Palmer consistent? Has Palmer been consistent to you?
Has proven himself more better than Mudryk. Don't even don't go for that comparison.
Look
It's a
at
very
this,
unfair
what this one is
comparison.
saying.
It's not comparing.
Nobody's comparing.
He's just trying to be be factual
In this
about
competition, has Palmer not been consistent? In this competition, the Club World Cup.
Ah, but bro, guy. I'm not having
In this
this.
Club World Cup, has he not been consistent?
I'm not having this
But
argument.
Madueke, he played how many games? Why did Maresca bench Madueke in the first place? Let me ask you, why did he bench Madueke?
His choice.
It's not because he's done his choice. He was not playing well.
His choice.
He wasn't playing well.
It's
Even
not
the fact
about-
that we all
see.
debated that he should not start the game. If he's doing better coming from the bench, don't forget there was a time that we all were happy.
Okay,
Saying Sancho should come from the bench. Same thing.
Why do you want Santos to start that game? If has Lavia not been consistent in this competition?
Now, why I'm picking Santos to start the game now?
Let's say
I'm trying to
I
see
didn't mean
a bit of
Lavia. I didn't mean Lavia was available.
It was available.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay, now this is my point. Now, yes, we talk about the detecting the game, which is Lavia's ability. Don't forget that even in our last game, that Palmeiras game, I don't know if you guys watched it that deep, but there was this kind of tricky passes that Santos was giving.
for one game,
I just dey tell you, we don't
one
see this guy.
game,
Now I'm trying to bring a more balanced player in the system. A player that still has, even though not 100%
See.
ability to detect the game, but he still has at least 70% to detect the game and still also defend the game. That is why I'm picking Santos over him.
So starting Madueke now will cost Chelsea.
to me,
the game.
Masani Madueke is not a
No,
bad
I want
option.
to know now. Starting
Because-
Madueke will it cost us the game?
For me, I feel
No, now is a question.
You
Starting
do it,
Madueke
do
is
it.
more disciplined coming
way-
from the bench. He's more disciplined coming from the bench, but starting the game,
If I ask you now to tell me how many times Madueke came from the bench and he changed the game like completely, you can't give me facts. You can't give me facts.
Guy, I cannot
You
sit
don't
on
be
the
putting
match.
things out and see. Guys, if the way we can see Madueke, no be the see, leave him. Yes, the guy is still developing. He might not the way people are saying, okay, let him go to Arsenal. Fine. Guys, sometimes Madueke helps Chelsea team. He helps. And you cannot say that he's a bad starter
You never
because
answer
he's
my
not
one question.
consistent.
You never answer my one
But
question.
in this case, he's very much needed.
You never answer my
He's
one
very much
question.
needed.
Why Maresca bench Madueke? Now, you know,
Oga,
that last match
everybody-
when just bring him to come for
Everybody they get bad game. Even Neto they bench am
from
sometimes.
shield from the starting. Don't talk sentimentally. You're the one that used to complain about the fans being sentimental sometimes. Don't
Yeah,
talk like
are
that.
you judging based on this tournament?
Who
Right
is
now?
sentimental,
I'm
bro?
talking about based on this tournament. I'm talking based on this tournament.
What am I
He hasn't
sentimental about?
He hasn't given us a good start. Madueke started the first game, which we all knew that he played rubbish.
Did he start the second game?
which we all knew.
Did he start the second game?
Wait now.
Did he not play against
Did
Flamingo?
Madueke start the second game?
Did he not play against
Answer.
Flamingo? Should we check this thing?
Did he start? This is the question. Did he start? Did he start against Esperance Tunis? Did he start?
That's why I see the bench team.
Did he start against
benched him
Benfica?
because
So it's
he
only
was
one
not
start
doing himself.
Madueke has had, and you said he had a bad start. That is what you are using to judge him now in the
Against
tournament.
Flamingo.
Abba.
Let us don't worry about it, but that's my choice, Sha. That's
No
my
wahala,
choice.
no
That's my
wahala.
choice.
Me, I'm not
My
having issues with
my own
that.
is that Chelsea to win 2-0. Chelsea to win 2-0. I'm expecting a masterclass from Enzo Maresca, and I believe that he's going to do it for us today.
Yeah. For me, one of my issues with the team is that they are not scoring enough goals. But I pray it should just end in this tournament. Next season, they should start scoring more goals. But I will go with 1-0 in favor of Chelsea.
I'll go with 2-0, as Mr. Peter said. Just to win 2-0.
Except Sanchez on misbehave. Oh. All right, guys. I guess that will be all for now when it comes to preview and prediction for the Chelsea versus Fluminense game. You can as well drop your own thought at the comment section. Drop your own formation and give us the reason why you will pick this formation to face Fluminense. Thank you very much. I remain your boy Peters.
My name is Big Dave.
And my name is Gifto.